Hello. I am so happy to be back with you. And for today, someone took me up on my request of, you know, asking for subjects that they would like for me to speak about, and I will gladly, speak about whatever it is that's on your mind that I could assist you with. So as long as it is in my wheelhouse. So this request came from someone who wanted me to speak about forgiveness. And it's something that it's a big piece of my work that I help my clients through. It is something that I have been discovering is so much more important. Not just important, it's bigger than people realize. It affects so many areas of your life, and it is most certainly, it will limit you in ways that you don't even realize. Before I go any further, my name is Carolyn Greenleaf, and I help my clients who have reached, various levels of success. However, they're not feeling fulfilled, and they have many different areas of unhappiness in their life. They don't feel that deep connection that they like to. So what I do is I help my clients to realign with their true soul center purpose, so that they can begin to create more joy in their relationships and more abundance in their business and a great deal more meaning in their life. Um, so, um, when we talk about forgiveness, most people think about forgiveness as, someone has done me wrong. Someone has hurt me in some way. Someone has, and of course, there's a variety of different ways that people hurt each other. It's physically, it's emotionally, it's mentally, and actually, in any of those levels, it will affect the others as well in different ways. But what happens is that people are used, or they think of forgiveness as, okay, I forgive you for this, and boom, we're done, I'm just going to move forward. But if some of these things, okay, there's a little bit more involved, and it goes a little bit deeper. And for a lot of people, you're able to move beyond the pain of whatever it was that that was wrongly done to you. That eventually you can move beyond. However, what a lot of people don't realize is the long standing and continued resentment towards the person that victimized them in some way. When you are holding on to that, it's as if you've placed this huge boulder in this stream of flow that normally would be yours. Okay? And what this, if you tune in, if you tap into how you feel when you are thinking about, maybe it's an ex-spouse, maybe it is an ex, somebody, those are usually the biggest triggers. Or someone else in your life, or some other situation where you felt betrayed. If you feel inside your body, okay, and you notice how you feel when you think about that person, and you feel your body just tense, and more, the anger kind of starts to resurface a bit. Okay, that means that there is still something that you're still holding on to, that boulder, and that boulder is preventing this wonderful flow of abundance and opportunities that is meant for you, that you could be aligned with. It's stopping that flow. And for many people, it's an ongoing thing that lasts for years and years, and it really it just adds to the unhappiness within many areas of their lives. So let me see here. What this does is that this boulder, if you can just envision, all right, typically we all have streams of abundance of various different things. It can be people, opportunities, money, experiences, all of these great things that are meant for us, all right? It's always flowing. But every time we are in a state of resentment, of anger, of, because we have not allowed the full forgiveness to take place, we're just putting another boulder in those places. And what happens is a piece of this, and especially when it's about a spouse, if you have a child together, and it's one of the, like, for instance, if you have a son, and your wife, you are divorced from your son's mother or your wife, and you have this resentment towards them, then you are influencing this. It's called the law of gender. Okay, it's one of the laws of creations. It's one of the aspects of energy and the manifestations in your life. So it has to do with giving and receiving, your ability to give and receive. It's connected to the masculine, feminine energies. That's why when there's a feminine, a female involved and a male involved, this directly connects to that. So the giving and receiving. Okay, this is when you are holding that resentment, you are holding that grievance towards many different things in your life. And what that does is it is stopping your ability to receive, because your flow is not open. You within yourself, you're not open. You can feel that resentment. It's this tenseness. And wherever you are feeling that tenseness, you are closed. There is an aspect of you, a part of you that is closed. And so it cannot receive. Okay? I hope you're understanding how deep this actually goes. Okay? But there is a simpler, easier solution than what you may realize. There is a practice. It's an ancient Hawaiian practice called Ho'oponopono. And many people have already heard of this and practice this. So this is something that I urge my clients, and I guide them through practicing this. And what it is, it originally it came from, of course, ancient Hawaii, but the villagers, or the native peoples there, they understood very well the law of oneness, the law of, that what is affecting one member of the village is also affecting the other members of the village. So wherever there is an affliction, they would seek out who was wounded, or who was a transgressor, or something like that. And they would bring them into the circle, and then they would work out, the forgiveness of Ho'oponopono. And they would make sure that this grievance was resolved completely. And then that way, the rest of the village began to prosper again. So, also through the law of oneness, the way that we are able to use it and how they use it as well, when you can't address that person that is the transgressor, or when or you just don't want to, okay, and you don't have to. This is very, very powerful to do without even letting the other person know that you're doing this. What this is you are, the way it goes is it's a phrase that you use, and it is, I am sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And what you want to do is you want to repeat it, just constantly repeating this as you are thinking of that person. And I forgot to, the other side of this forgiveness when it comes to the one who had been victimized, okay? When through holding this resentment, what you've actually been doing is you have been hurting yourself. You've been harming all parties involved. And I know it's unconscious and it's not something that you had meant to do. But when there's children involved, when there's some dynamic within the family, everyone is affected. And so what you need to do to really complete this is take responsibility for your parts in not completely releasing that person. Your part of holding that resentment, because that resentment and that anger is very damaging on an energetic level, because it is creating an issue within all persons that are involved. Also, children within the family, if it is between a mother and a father, the children are also affected. So it is vitally important that you take responsibility and you say, okay, I am completing this. I am taking responsibility and I am sorry for the resentment that I held towards you, towards whatever person that was, or a situation, or whatever it is. Because once you do this, and sometimes it is just sitting there with this and repeating this prayer over and over. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Just continually while really focusing on that person or that situation. And with the intent of you are taking your side of this, the responsibility that you have in releasing that resentment, that anger towards the situation or the person. Usually victims don't think that they have any more responsibility other than just, getting beyond it, saying, yes, I forgive it, or forgive that person. But yet, if you are holding on to any of that resentment, any of that anger, it is not complete, and you're still trapping yourself within that situation, and you're limiting yourself. You're limiting the abundance of money that can come, the opportunities that are available to you, even moving into connecting with people who are better suited for you, for the dreams that you've been trying to put into place, but it just isn't happening. Many times it's because you still have some forgiveness pieces that you need to let go of, especially when it has to do with the opposite sex. Because remember, there is the that law of gender, the law of the giving and receiving, that is reflected within the masculine feminine energy that represents giving and receiving within you, within the universe. Okay? And when it comes to money, there is a great deal. We really need to look at how we are limiting ourselves in receiving gifts, receiving money, receiving abundance in all its form, including love and kindness and all the wonderful things that life has to give us. We are starving ourselves when we are holding on to any of these grievances and anger, especially things that are way back from the past. It is exhausting for people. And my clients, they come back and they're like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe the change in my ability to really relate to my partner now. They're really starting to soften up because that the other people involved begin to make these shifts. And because that resentment is gone, and now you can start to form a new type of relationship. And it's just incredible, the effects of this, and I can't stress this enough, that this is a huge piece. Also, not just forgiveness towards other people and situations that happen in your life, but also towards yourself. It's important to look in the mirror and forgive yourself for, whatever it is, for taking so long to forgive the people in your life that you needed to forgive, and to take that responsibility, and also taking responsibility in different areas of your life, things that you just you weren't you weren't able to do, and that's okay. But sometimes we need to also forgive ourselves for not doing what we expect of our expect ourselves to do, or the capacity that we know that we have to really step up and rise into those things. So I just I hope that you gain some insight. I hope that you go forth and work on this forgiveness piece that is huge, and also as always, I am here for you to assist you. So if this is something that that you are having difficulty with, please message me, DM me, and we can discuss this. I can help you with some resources, whatever that is. So this is, I'm losing count on, this is part of my visibility challenge. So I believe it could be the 10th, possibly. So anyways, but I am really happy to connect with you all again. And until next time, I wish you all abundant blessings.